Welcome back to Aether Race. It's week 87, day 2. Let's take a look at our defenses, and we have another loss against Eridan. But another only 17 points, so far 34 points lost on 2 matches. Not that bad. Alright, we have an Air with drawback and swift stance. We have Valentine Roy, Bravo, Luna, Death Blow, Wings of Mercy, Home Speed, and Death Ploy. 38 speed, okay, that's pretty good for Death Ploy. We have a Soren. Yes, somebody took a look at Ashkai's Soren and decided to make one of their own, because this one's also running Madness Flash for speed. Rally attack speed, growing wind, life and death 3, special spiral, speed ploy, and flashing blade 3. So he hits 60 speed with buffs, but only a sorry about that. Only a plus 4 buff, so he could actually hit 62. Peony over here with Glaciers and Death Tactics, and finally Bright Fjorm. HP plus 5, Heavenly Light. Okay, so for this map we have a tactics room, and this tactics room is basically their savior right here. You'll see how much into play that tactics room comes. First, it allows them to set up. The reason I had I put Bernadetta on this team is because as a cavalry archer, she has huge range. So normally she would have gone 1, 2, 3 and be able to attack this Peony, or attack this Soren, or attack Roy himself. But the tactics room really keeps her in place. Meanwhile, what do you call it? Fjorm is holding down Renea. Otherwise, she would have danced Lilina, and Lilina would have gone after the Peony. So Soren is not able to double us, but he is able to get his growing wind going on, and barely gets a kill on Sotis. But here's the problem. This Air is next to a Panic Tower, gets debuffed. But most importantly, Lilina, Dagger Breaker. Yep. And Renea could do damage to this Soren, so she attacked him instead of dancing Lilina, who could have gotten a second kill. From here on, they just stay out of unit's range. Again, she's being held down by the tactics room, so they don't have to move too far away. Get Soren to take the Aether and finish off unit. So yeah, like, this tactics room put in so much work. Otherwise, without it, they would not have been able to set up like they did. Alright, and now on to our main match. Let's just make sure everybody has what they're supposed to have, because I was doing some other content and I don't want to mess up. There's my Lian with Distant Guard, and the second Peony with Flyer Formation, War Flyers. Lilith with an IO Shield. I still like, we just got a brand new B skill for Flyers, but again, they made it exclusively for lands, axes, and swords, which really sucks because Dragon Flyers need a B skill. Like, they need to be able to have a B skill, and they're locking all of the B skills away, so it's very hard for units like Lilith to have a chance. And then you still have your double drive and steady posture. Okay, no see. Okay, good. All right, everybody's ready. Double up. And we have a Byleth, female Byleth. And this is... Okay, so this is going to be really not... Yeah, there's not much to this team. Edelgar means just don't bring Grima or... Well, actually, do I have something that can kill this Edelgar? She doesn't have this encounter, so that is a plus. But let's actually take a look at this team. +2/+5 salties with armor boots and swap. +1 salties, +1/+5 salties, rally speed res, darting blow. There's that Edelgar with 3 flowers, heavy blade 3, gale force, hardy bearing. Byleth, fury wrath, flashing blade, even attack wave, and Edelgar with dull close. So this and gale force. This is gonna be a little annoying just because they have a lot of ways to get gale force, which is what it is, just gale force. So we could go with Fjorm. She will take very big hits from both Sothis, Edelgar, and Edelgar being a green unit. I mean, being a blue unit and then being green units. However, Edelgar will not be able to gale force because she will not be able to get her follow-up attack. Actually, no, she'll still be able to proc Raging Storm. She doesn't move on the first encounter. She just gets stuck there, which means this Edelgar would probably move over here if I tank from here, and this Edelgar would move one forward, put an Edelgar next to her. And then I could just... These are the only distant counter units. I can even just like put Fjorm here and Lucina here. So Lucina can take Sothis and Fjorm can take Byleth. She does have Creator Sword, which also has no follow-up, but we are fast enough. And I guess we could just use Silk to kill Edelgars. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this team. I mean, I can't go with Grima just because Edelgar, legendary Edelgar will just mess us up. And Lilith being a dragon and a blue dragon at that, just yeah, it kind of sucks that I don't have a red this week. This would have been a good like Itsuki match, but I don't have him ready for Astros. I mean, I do have Fortress advantage, so this way. So break this, break this, put Pioneer right here, break over here, and I can bring you over here.
Who needs assistance?
Yep. I can even just get rid of this Edelgar first. Let's see if I can get rid of this Edelgar first.
Good morning. Who needs assistance?
Yep, I can straight up get rid of that Edelgar. So we'll do that next turn.
The glimmer of life. Your orders. Orders, please.
This is most likely like a bait team. So.
Who needs assistance?
All right. Get rid of you.
Yes.
Put you here.
Understood.
Put you here.
Ready.
Dance you.
Choices
Let's move you over here.
Yes.
And that's it. One down. Two down.
Who needs assistance?
Only 17 damage, but
Death's caress. What's next?
nope.
Good morning. Maybe this way. The glimmer of life.
And yeah, so this was kind of boring. I'm sorry that we had to fight a really boring match today. So on the plus side, I did do that mock battle against Kitsune today. It is already uploaded, and his map is really strong. He has a really good map. Like, it was a really tough battle. He has a really cool gimmick going on with his team. So if you actually want me to have a tougher match, just watch that, because this turned out to be a bust. I mean, it is a bait team anyway. So we might see this person's actual team when it comes to when they do a rematch against us. So yeah, I'm really sorry that today's match was really bad. Summoning on this banner, still we haven't done it. And of course, we got the brand new heroes. We can actually look at their skills now, which is kind of cool. I do like this. So this Byleth, I do like this Byleth. She's probably now the strongest, offensively speaking, red tome flyer that we have in the game. Rupture Sky being a 2-turn cooldown. Well, 1-turn cooldown because of her slaying weapon. Attack speed push. Like, her whole kit is really good. Not much you can change. I mean, I guess you could. She comes with Desperation as her dual skill. And she can use it, what, every 3 turns, is it? Yep, start of every 3rd turn. So giving Desperation to all your units is amazing, especially like if you run like super offensive units. It is a great way to just clear out units. She might find herself in a Gale Force team, because giving Desperation to units will allow them to use Gale Force a little more. I mean, Desperation for Gale Force a little more optimal. Ground orders for on a defensive team. She can also be on the defensive team because of that, and you might give her like actual Desperation if you want to put her on the defensive team. Here's Ingrid and here's Guard Bearing, which would have been a perfect skill to allow it for dragons to use. This would be amazing for a dragon, flying dragons to be able to use, but unfortunately it's locked. They're not able to use it as far as I know. I don't have the unit, but I'm pretty sure that's what I read that the data mines. Dorothea is an incredibly powerful offensive dagger user who's also a dancer. Yeah, like she could even run Broadly Fan, because I guess every dagger can run Broadly Fan, but Might of 12, 49 attack, that puts her at 37 attack. If you build on her attack, like life, you might want to you could put her on a defensive team with Life and Death 4, Swiss Sparrow Seal, and just give, or maybe a impact skill, Sturdy Impact in the A slot, and like Sturdy Blow Seal. You could actually run Poison Dagger on her, like actually 5 my Poison Dagger. And that would make her an incredibly powerful infantry destroyer, because her stat line is ridiculous for a dagger unit, especially like a dancer. So that is something to consider. Like if you have her, she might actually be able to run poison dagger, even though it has like a might of 5. And Sylvain, he's pretty good cavalier, green tone cavalier, but his res is just awful. Is way too low. I mean, to even make him like blade tome. But if you're gonna make it a blade tome, I suggest just try to go for Thunderhead Owain, because she will not get the -1 cooldown with a blade tome, since she comes with her weapon being a blade tome, and she also has that little debuff that her weapon does. So for a blade tome, you got that. If with his res being so low, he's not really good defensively. I mean, if you're gonna go defensively, just build Picnic's Leo. He is very defensive green tome cavalier. Was a Raven tome. I guess a Triangle of Death Raven tome might work on some situations. But yeah, like his res is way too low. Like being a cavalier is what hurts him, because he has really good offensive stats, but his defenses are just awful. I guess you could always just run like a Fury Desperation set. I mean, that's basically all you can do. But yeah, not bad. All 3 females are good. Sylvain, he lacks on. Oh, actually, I just talked about her. Bisca, I didn't actually talk about Ingrid. Ingrid is supposed to be like a mixed face unit, like sturdy impact when she goes in for the attack, guard bearing when she's tanking, when she gets hit, and Star Point Lance activates on the first hit. So she can be pretty tanky, like, but she's meant to one-on-one. Like, she's not meant to take multiple units at the same time. So she will be great for arena purposes. Like if you want her for arena, she'll be amazing there, because you can easily separate your units, enemy units in arena, and just have her go one single combat every turn to get that +5 from Star Point Lance, and she can initiate and kill somebody, and then on the enemy turn tank somebody. For arena purposes, she's really good. For Aether raids, maybe as a frontliner, if you just run like a rally trap with Legendary Asura, so she can get that extra movement space and go in for the kill, take a hit their tank. If their tank survives, then you can proc Wings of Mercy, because she'll be able to take take a hit in return. Guess if you could also run her more offensively with Pegasus Flight. Her res is a little low for that, but it's possible you could do it. But yeah, now that we found a little bit more to talk about, nothing came on defense. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye.